we will deal reading for understanding only. I'll help you in solving the vocabulary exercises part 1, 2 and 3. Let's start our story. Today we'll read paragraph 1 to 6. Before starting the story, let me tell you something about the story. This story takes place in the forest of Burma. At that time, Burma was a British colony. The Burmese workers were under the control of an English overseer, Mackay, an angry young man whom the men called Mackay the King. In those days, dear students, elephants were used to drag the huge tree trunks into the rivers for transportation. The logs often jammed, and then elephant would use its skill to unblock the jam. The day before the story starts, Mackay had ordered the Burmese overseer to send in one of his elephants to unblock a mass of jammed logs. The Burmese overseer ordered his nephew on his gentle elephant Joydok to obey this very dangerous task. And while doing the task, the nephew was killed. The story begins just after the nephew had been buried. Paragraph 1. In paragraph 1, the storyteller was staying the night in the Burmese overseer's house. After having meal, he stepped outside to smoke a cigar. At that time, there was great hustle and bustle in the camp, but now he was surprised to see that the camps were empty. He could see or hear nothing but frogs and owls and the flapping of great jungle insects. Even the sound of elephant's bell was absent. It seemed as soon as the nephew was buried, the other handlers with their elephants left the camp. Paragraph 2. In this paragraph, we come to know that the dead man's elephant, Joydok, was still in the camp because after its master's death, the Burmese overseer had taken its charge. She was the gentlest elephant, but its master's death made her restless and out of temper, and that was quite alarming. It could be dangerous. Paragraph 3. As the elephant was out of temper, the Burmese overseer did not allow her graze through the night freely as was the rule. He had led her to an open space half miles away from the camp and supplied her with juicy tree-top branches and tied her with a heavy iron chain between two huge immovable trees. This was a step taken in advance to prevent something dangerous. Paragraph 4. In this paragraph, we come to know that in the camp there was only the Burmese overseer with the storyteller, and also Mackay, who was in his house. It was not much rainy through the day, but in the evening the sky was overcast with clouds. At night the thunderstorm broke. It was raining heavily. The storyteller was woken by a trickle of water leaking through the bamboo roof. Paragraph 5. The storyteller almost slept again when he heard a distant ringing sound. It was far away but approaching slowly. As it came nearer, the storyteller recognized the ringing of an elephant's bell. The Burmese overseer told him that it was Joydok. They were surprised. How did she get herself free? The storyteller was thinking that She might be afraid of the storm and somehow broke the iron chains. But the Burmese overseer told him that it did not seem that she herself broke the chains. It seemed that she had been freed by a human, as if she did it herself, the chains would be dragging on her feet, and they heard no chains. The bell was very close now, and the hut was shivering to the elephant's footstep. Paragraph 6. The next moment, in a flash of lightning, the storyteller saw Choedok moving towards Mackay's house. He was afraid to see this. He began to shout in warning. The king, Mackay, the king. Mackay had already heard the bell and felt the shudder of elephants approaching weight. Soon he was appeared on the terrace, with a lamp in one hand and his hunting rifle in the other. Dear students, I have explained first paragraph to 6. Read these paragraphs again. 5. The questions are: question number 1. What had the elephant handlers done after the young man had been buried? Question number 2. How had Joedok, the dead man's elephant, been behaving? Question number 3. What had the Hassanok done to ensure that Joedok did not break free? 4. What were the first signs that a storm was approaching? Question number 5. Why was the Hassanok so sure that Joedok had been freed by a human hand? Dear students, hope you are enjoying the story. In the next lecture, we will read the last two paragraphs of the story. Meanings of difficult words are given on the screen. That's all for today. Have a nice day.